Greetings everyone, boys and girls. This is James here speaking, and how's it going? Today is Friday, which means today is Friday night. And well, it's going to be the explainers to do. And remember there's always have the time that the 3 days experience, a short vacation, and I went outside the location and I went through the camp disability children with the carrier for the many of the families and children around here. So, and I noticed that where I was really been. So, and I gotta be I have to explain that with the truth, which just has the background, and it's going to take to which is pretty as a pretentious with presented for by the Autistic Thai Foundation individuals with carriers, and I haven't been to. There is a destination in Nakhon Sawan here. Still to check in here, and I have been quite a bit of 3 days experience, and it's such a long time. So, and I was away from the laptop. I was away from the studio. I was away from the house and outside location, and it takes a lot to spend for the hours and any kinds of a 3 days experience. And it's going to be as this where I've just encountered that autistic children that misunderstood doesn't understand with these families and children that's all around us around here. And I met them, my auntie and two usual adopted children as well, and I have been playing ROV little bit a moment. so I glad and met him, that teamer from Payao, the big boy, the Payao, his name's Teamer, and he almost looked like Hunter, the big boy from American, but he looked like a big boy teamer. He obsessed like idol girl groups from Southeast Asia, the Thailand and Japan, and really likely have seen them that the teamer that came into the Nakhon Sawan, and then also receive with my James aunties going as well, and include my adopted children as two usual person, and I was helping to carry it with. I was helping with my adopted children's to the carry it at camping disability children's, autistic children's. So, and it's getting at let's try to of truth explain in the backgrounds of where I've been, and let's get it straight into with the explain the aftermath of 3 days periods camping disability children at Nakhon Sawan. Excuse me. This is going to be at this talk. It's a long supply of the long story with the aftermath of 3 days periods of camp disability children at Nakhon Sawan, and this is gonna be tough. So now let's get it straight into it. So let's get to talk it straight into with explained in the background, shall we? So back in the days, and back in this earlier days, I was woke up the 3 morning clock and I hear my family says knocking on the door and taking it to the shower, and we just went through. I was just went to carry out to the package and load out with the clothes, everything, do everything else that included the swimming suit, carried the package. But recently, that swimming trainers at sport games is still closed. But I just don't know but I don't know the swimming trainer sport day. The sport games that should be opened about probably the next year, and is there's available for swimming trainers at long miles in military swimming training right there. And I just had a road trip and going off and I went with goes to the road trip and here and to pick up that the boy who he's earphones very addicted, that he has over listening, that playing the phones, that going to, but I don't really think it's the earphones really ear addicted, but it's loudly speakers spread across that start to headaches and possibly is epilepsy seizures, that and because this doesn't understand it to him that he has with autism, but and it was mediums functional risky, that I just really rough, that I would unexpected, that I'd never been to put earphones addicted, but put it in the ears phones or headphones, that whatever it is he does with the ears of phones, for the listening, that watching his videos, and then for listening to music. But as well unacceptable, that this was a really unacceptable for that boy. And then there's the section going to pick up that, and it's going to be as really weird. So I'll going to be have to tell you this. So I'm going to have to say this, that Thai student girl, the teenage girl named Cake, has autistic and special needs, and she does make some weird, strictly scratchy, that makes annoying sound when the behind back the passenger seat is when I really doesn't like her, but I doesn't like her sound, and it really gave the annoyance that's rough with it screechily and sticky, that make me feel if it make me feel as the headaches, just like a opera singer as a loudly as well speech, that in this the stage life stage, and imagine that to go out to the public and make the screechly and annoying sounds, what did she was morals are, but she's at autism, has a special need. And so boys and girls, if you have to just say this, have to how to stand up to her at Cake, as that is her name's her teenage girl name says a pronounced that name's Cake, that I don't really to tell you the real identified names, that full names in this video. So she says pronounced the names of Cake, and her family says mom's dad, and include grandparents. So it's on really bit risky this with high functional of autism. So Cake is where the teenage girls is one of it that's weird, that misunderstood, but there's any kinds of this, the worst than I ever seen it before. So it says she doesn't make the annoying sound, and the screechly, the high functional of autism has expressive. So it's worth to make this, that I really that doesn't understand. I wonder that this teenage girl said this doesn't have a really she's unable to speak, just unable to have the body languages, and she does make the grunts rolling to make the noise just like Star Wars, aliens languages has speech in this film, and it really it doesn't sound like a caveman and prehistoric, the human speech that that I just doesn't understand doesn't understand with the autism. So and when it says pick up there is compared that another boy has a pickup and going to the went there's and I went to Nakhon Sawan, the normal destination to reach here, and I just ate them in the morning to the breakfast, Thai food, with the stir fried pork, basil, rice, and coconut chicken soup. And I like the coconut chicken soup. It's my favorite. And I met them the Bandak. I remember her mom's and also of usual Im, as the pronouncer her name is Im, and it was nicely to see to her, and going to the destination at Grandhill Hotels at Nakhon Sawan, but I was just never been begging. I've been to force willing them the family, but I wasn't normally that freeliners, young adult supervising, and then I made it to reach the hotel, and then I have been met them. I met with the James Auntie came into the Nakhon Sawan. She's from Chiang Mai, and that's my James Auntie, and I have used her own for running the family members, and I according to her Facebook post that it seems to be appeared that uncle has a rare disease as right arms a spot as a belly as a spot as our uncle said as a went to the hospital, and his recovery isn't doing well, and but the uncle doesn't go into the Nakhon Sawan because he has a rare disease in the right left arms have a spot for this exposed with this. It's a health issue, and so don't worry, boys and girls. So my uncle, he's been doing well, and he's doing better. And then also, I really like I met them the two usual children, my adopted children, came into Nakhon Sawan hotel. So I really have I gotta try to help them as I help them with this with Mignon and Boom. So, and I was a sheriff, and I took him a chair to a phone and iPad. Then I would cross to have a plate during the 7 meeting center will be attachments with whilst I was playing the games at ROV, but I was never played video game addicted, but I was spending 4 hours. And there is that guy for two usual the person a stand-up comedy that features special needs with the carrying of the children of by people for family to children. So it has the starting of it with this tighten up that onto the colors with that onto the pick this with the pink the colors and on it, and starting out this where the carrier was this children's, and either that's the comparison but the opposite the opportunity that the autistic people they give the opportunity by the individuals, the corporations for the Autistic Thai Foundation, the individuals, corporations, right, to carry it as with it, does with some of the carrying does with the childrens and the families, and does have a high functionals and makes the out of control. So this just does have the normal people, the normal students, boys and girls, and seeing that autistic people when they doesn't understand that that existing of autistic people. So I would really does what I doesn't know the high for what level of the autism that is a highly functional and a very high functional. If there's an extractive high functional of the out of control of them, and if they are, so the I just wonder that the boys and girls try to just stand up with them, and also that the teenage girls had cake, and it's you know well the boys and girls, you have to say that that girl cake, and she has autistic and special needs, so the how to stand up to her, because she had to make the strictly makes annoying noise, annoying sound, and she's unable speech, is unable to talk the languages, the body languages, and she makes like sounds like caveman and prehistorical a person. Yeah, as well as it makes this, I would wonder makes this prehistorical, but that human body of the languages, that is a long history for prehistorical human sound, when the humans still existed but without the dinosaurs. So I've really watched the Jurassic World Dominance, the movie, but the movie is kind of bad. But Jurassic World 3 is Jurassic World 3, the Dominance in the movie itself is quite a bad, so I gave it 4 out of 10 with the title bad. So it gotta be the same way to do. And either than that, I tried to help him to build the entire Grafton to cardboard models to stick into here, but without equipment to glue and painted equipment. So, and it does look like the elephant models, and it has trunks and feel have a nose, a long nose like this, and is wearing this weird bold title at bold tights. The title bull, there's a bolt like this as a white bull, whatever I don't know how to pronounce it, the word. So there's a type was let's get it BOW, and I was just, and the elephant wearing the BOW it has this white, and I sketches around this circles around here, and strictly to makes visuals beautifully, and as I finish this quality look, so it's amateur is little alright, and it's okay. And also teamers did the snake of on the water of a snake, the models, and I'm glad there's a nice remittance that teamer, and as well the same way too. But and then it's going to the last day to Camp Disability Children's has almost been finished. The meeting center will be finished, and it takes to release soon. And the entire family said they had to help for the build onto the bridge onto on the street, and I was overlooking for the controls to have remote control for the car, has a group of riders, this that RV, this toys of control of the toys car as moved strictly, and when Mignon seen that the toys car have a how it said how he was drove the car has a strictly careful. So I was look at him, the children said, and he's about to do the likely correctly to forward the position, go straight as brightly going to straight in here, and then and I do myself and going to straightly to the groove right if it's going straight to the table like that, and then and I have the strike about to push it forwards, so it goes straight forwards, and then it fell down as a falling down for the table, as not for the finish yet, and then when it goes forwards, it goes straight is a finish line here, and the dual comedy stand up the person have a show have the RV car control track them here. It's about to show it. Man, I just really like the toys the car drove always all around here, and also it was to finish this car to right there brightly to have the table on it. Said we have to kind of right into it, but just get straight into, and until it went on the stream the display for show up the showcases with the autism children, and just have to just speak out for the people for the located, and we have to somehow and just make with the decisions here, and they gotta have to almost been finished. Have the rating attitude, have the every the lunch and dinners. I just ate them as the spiciest foods, and as a really like to have the very good to seeing that grand halls of the hotels that autism that camping the disability children's, and I wish I was going to visit the Auntie house from Chiang Mai, and I went to several times. I went to the Chiang Mai. I went to the Auntie house, and I'm gonna make the James office room so to make this so I want to make the imagine to need something of funds, need some of the big money on it, so it makes the office, but it has a constructed big studio like headquarters animation studio, so I independently thought, and I really do is going to be best, and I need some funds, need some big money, and that's why I was told of an Auntie. So that's why I was talking to the consultation with Auntie. So I just wanted to met normal civilizations, normal people, the boys and girls have it, and I have the nice speaking to them, but without talking too much. Yeah, I was not much. I was just talk too much to that girl. I remember. Oh yeah, so I remember that girl as the plain names Monica and Penny Parker. So I was call them the plain names that at all, that like Monica and Penny Parker. Crap. So I didn't realize I had the chance the boys and girls had to play names the characters from anime, but as I had to make the belief, so that's it. So because I have follower friends with Miku Chance, Monica, and Penny Parker. There's three usual follower friends. That's Miku, Monica, and Penny Parker, and that's it. So I didn't have the chance where they get back into the Nakhon Sawan. So I didn't have the chance to going to Chiang Mai, and I went to Chiang Mai and Nakhon Sawan. So, or maybe as we have to find out that with Chiang Mai. And I wish I would built an independent animation studio for headquarters run by me. And if I was turned to Uncle James in the near future, having the carrots take care of the usual my adopted children, and the goddess out the release, and the meeting center the dismiss. So yeah, Nakhon Sawan's meeting center dismissed and Camp Disability Children's, and that's how they got released. And I was to make the explain the background of videos. So, and that's all really after this talking about it. So I want to have to say, I appreciate to all boys and girls, including dual person stand-up comedy featured with special needs to children's. So that is the true meanings of explaining the background. I went to 3 days experience Nakhon Sawan's camps disability children's. So Nakhon York and Nakhon Sawan, they got released. They got released yesterday. So there you have it, so boys and girls. And so that is the explain with the aftermath of 3 days experience of camp disability children at Nakhon Sawan. So they got released and they got out already. So, and I really have to gonna say a huge thank you for knowledges of being to help with the contribution of people that work the personal and with the professional the speech with the boys and girls around here, and also with the Thai Autism Associate groups and Autistic Thai Foundation individual existing in Southeast Asia, and every single country, every single Thailand, every single that lives here, to human society, normal people and autistic people, millions of tons of them. So I really have to gonna say that's all pretty much have to say this talking about it. Make sure you have to like, share, subscribe. So make sure you have a smash it like, share, subscribe our personal channel if you want to see this more the reaching more daily updated uploaded videos daily as well. And make sure you have to subscribe to boys here is a Noisy Michael, Vector Gamer, Powerful Sacked, SpongeBob, Tinky Winky, Gabby, and Goro Boy, and others, the boys is around here. And don't forget to here to support with Hunter World Gaming. So, and click this FS icon here. So, here's a link here. Boom, support Hunter World Gaming, and if he's recommended to play the non-stop indie horror games and focusing to see me are the James shows every Saturday and Sunday at evening night to Southeast Asia on evening every Saturday to Sunday. That make sure you have to subscribe to him, subscribe to support with the Hunter World Gaming right here. And he really likes to eat some spicy food and playing Steel Vampire and indie action arcade. So it's gotta be have to make this. I wouldn't have to imagine it's gonna make the indie video games instead of a computer games work. So the personal work. So I might be having images my own. So, and this gotta be really tough, but really takes a long time. And I might be getting into it. Thank you all for watching this video. So that was the longest story, the aftermath of 3 days experience of camp disability children at the Nakhon Sawan. So I was rather that my aunties that really liked this anime art style. I gotta be the best. Have to make the speed paint videos and they're gonna put the art print in here, the wallpaper, the big painted t-shirt, badge, and it matches everything that's happened to make the market. So Auntie says she is a management, marketing, sales, and production associate our family, and it's got to be his more to. I hope it does that disability children camps it more and more to few months and weeks. So it's got to be have to get back to swimming trainers at some other time. So, and so that's about it. And I'm guessing that they have Miku, Monica, and Penny Parker. They are still. I gotta be drawing them everything. So, and that's about it. So that's all pretty much have to say. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next videos. And this is James here speaking. We're signing out. Have a good day, boys and girls. As always, later.